Good afternoon or good morning, wrestling fans. This is, of course, the Kraken coming with you for our AEW Wrestle Dreams predictions and thoughts of all the matches that we currently have slated for us. Of course, we know this is coming from the Tacoma Dome in Washington. Of course, we're going to start out with the 0 hour match that has been announced. We got Atlas Jr. going against Brian Cage for the Ring of Honor World Title Championship. For the 0 hour matches, we have been seeing in the past a lot of crazy stuff going on. Brian Cage is a huge undercard, not being used, in my opinion. I think Atlas Jr. here will probably drop the title on a 0 hour, and I'm going to say Brian Cage will walk away with that one. Now, of course, there is not many 0 hour matches announced at this time. So we're going to drop right into the match that was announced yesterday. Hologram versus the Beast Mortos in a 2 out of 3 falls match at Wrestledream. Of course, we do know that the Beast Mortos has now been traded from the Don Callis family to Jake the Snake Roberts. Going to get a little bit of knowledge from Jake the Snake. Him and the group that he currently is running with. Hologram is 14-0 since his debut. He was on Title Tuesday and had a great match on Title Tuesday. And I think that's a good push, in my opinion, for him. Of course, then we got the returning Swerve Strickland as well. Now, Swerve Strickland has not been back on television at all. We've only seen Prince Nana on television since that unsanctioned steel cage match with Hangman Adam Page, which was probably one of the most gruesome matches I have seen since I started watching AEW again, since Sting's last match, and it lived up to the expectation. Now, also with this, we got MVP Shelton Benjamin trying to do a little bit of recruiting now that they're on AEW, and I want to say honestly that we're going to see them get involved in this aspect. I think we're going to be seeing Swerve come back, have a big segment. Prince Nana will be out there. MVP will come out. Shelton Benjamin will come out. And I think this is where we see the debut of Bobby Lashley. I think this is where that happens at, is doing this part of the show. I don't think they're going to have a confrontation. I think Prince Nana may get pushed to the side, or Prince Nana may team with them. But I think Swerve will join MVP, and I think we're going to see Bobby Lashley show up. The return of Jay White was a huge surprise 2 weeks ago. I did not know that he was medically cleared at the time. So him going up against Hangman Page. Hangman was part of the reason he was taken out. This is going to be another grudge match style. Hangman is on that revenge tour. He's been taking out everybody. He took out the Guns. He's taken out absolutely everybody on this revenge tour for people that took up for Swerve Strickland, per se. That's what this is fueled on. So, but Jay White, on the other hand, he was never really in that aspect. I think he just got caught up in the chaos at the time. So for me, I think this is going to be a big one for Jay White. Jay White will take this win and take one step closer to getting the AEW World Championship. Now, Darby, 2 weeks ago, stated that he is going to have an open challenge for anybody that in AEW that wants some. Basically, come get some. Well, we seen last Tuesday, Brody King answered that challenge. Brody King is part of the House of Black, and the House of Black, of course, is not on the card, but I do not think we will not see them. But Brody King versus Darby, this match is going to be gruesome, in my opinion. I don't think this will be a normal style 1, 2, 3. I think there's going to be a lot of chaos in this. This one may be a big challenge for Darby Allin. Of course, if I do remember correctly, Darby is from Washington as well. Brody King's just out here to hurt people, per se. I'm going to take Darby to actually win this one. Then we have Mark Briscoe going up against Chris Jericho for the ROH World Championship. We've seen that Chris Jericho told Mark that his brother would have been able to beat him when he was alive. That was low on Jericho's part. I'm just going to be honest. And I don't think it was smart, because it's just going to fire up Briscoe even more. Briscoe's an unhinged, wild maniac as it is, and I think he's got the ability to beat Chris here. I think this is one of those matches where either one wins will be great. I think this will do good for Briscoe. I think this will also give Jericho another title under his belt. Because my recollection, he has not won the ROH World Heavy Championship. He could have. Now, I don't know 100%, but there is that possibility. Either way, I think coming out of this one, I think Briscoe will be dropping this only because I think part of the conglomeration will be heading for the Ring of Honor Trios titles, or we're going to see them head for the AEW Trios titles. But give me Jericho to upset everybody and upset Briscoe to win this one. We got Jack Perry going up against Shibata, the wrestler. Shibata, of course, we know is a fantastic wrestler. He has a great wrestling background from New Japan. The man had to retire because he worked so hard and was putting himself in so much danger in some of his matches. But Jack Perry was crazy enough to ask, I want the Shibata from New Japan. I don't want the new Shibata. I don't want the cell phone Shibata. I want the real deal Shibata. I think that's what Jack Perry kind of messed up. I think we will be seeing Shibata walk out as your TNT champion. The Young Bucks will be defending against Private Party. Private Party won a triple threat match on Collision last Friday to get this opportunity. We did see them 2 weeks ago also beat the Young Bucks in a tag team match. So Private Party was the original founders as well with the Young Bucks, and they actually beat the Young Bucks back then as well. So there's a lot of momentum moving into this. Now with Hathaway, Stokely getting involved, not sure what that play is, what they're going to be doing with that aspect, but I want to go and say that this might be the match, finally, that we see the Young Bucks drop the tag team titles. I'm not going to get my hopes up, because we know that the Young Bucks have been running rampant and doing whatever they want. Now, with that being said, there has been video of Omega in the ring working on getting back ready for this comeback that he's planning. I'm hoping he might be ready to come back. I don't think he truly is, but it'd be a huge surprise if he's the one that cost the Young Bucks these titles. But I'm going to say Private Party does tag out the Young Bucks finally and walk away from Wrestledream as your AEW World Tag Team Champions. Now we've seen the Willow Nightingale win a fatal 4-way on AEW Dynamite Title Tuesday to become the #1 contender for Mariah May. Now this is actually a rematch for anyone that remembers. Mariah May beat Willow Nightingale to get the Owen Championship #1 contender. She beat Toni Storm to win the Women's World Championship. Now, who'd she beat to win the Owen? She beat Willow. So this is a big rematch from several months back, in a sense. And if it happens, it'd be a big surprise, I do believe. But I think Toni Storm will have a play in this. Toni hasn't got her rematch. She hasn't got to come back and attack Mariah May. She hasn't had any real input in AEW. Now, I do know she's been in New Japan doing some stuff, but I think Willow Nightingale walks out as your AEW Women's Champion. The triple threat that might honestly steal the whole show, even though the big main event will be the main key. Will Ospreay, Ricochet, and Takeshita for the AEW International Championship. This match has the potential to honestly be the match of the night. When you look at this card, there's not many championships being defended, in my opinion, that is going to have big influence. But this match right here is going to be a seller. It's going to be, it probably could be, if done correctly, a 5-star match. We know Will Ospreay and Ricochet, great history. 2 weeks ago, they had a great match on Dynamite. It went over the time limit. Honestly, there was a double pin. And then the match restarted. Takeshita took him out. Both of them. DQ right there. We automatically knew triple threat was in the works. And then we figure out Don Callis set this up. We seen Takeshita take out Ospreay this past week. And then we seen Ricochet come to his aid and help setting this match up. I honestly would like to see Ricochet possibly win this, but I'm thinking that we are going to see Takeshita win this, move with the Don Callis, and we're probably going to see Kyle Fletcher have an involvement and try to make sure that don't happen. But I don't see that being a factor. I think we're finally going to get a title on Takeshita, especially after what he done in the G1 this year. He's also going to be at the Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling event. So a lot of good things building up for Takeshita. I think this will be just one of those stepping stones on his way to probably getting a match with Okada after he would drop this title, but he probably wins this one. Now, for what will be the main event, what I think will be, it's going to be a grudge match as well. I'm just going to be honest. We got Bryan Danielson going up against Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship. This one has a lot of history built behind it, even before AEW. In that sense, Moxley has turned a different face. There's something going on inside AEW that he's involved with, and a lot of people got speculations, got a lot of ideas on what's going on with Claudio and Pac as well. I'm thinking that throughout this match, we're going to see them get involved, and then we're going to see the main mastermind, the one that's controlling these men, in the aspect of probably what everyone's guessing is Shane McMahon. Do he go by Shane McMahon, or will he go by something else? I'm not sure. But I think we all believe, everyone that's been watching AEW, keeping up with it, Shane is the one behind this, in my opinion. Now, will Moxley win? I'm thinking that's the idea walking into the match, is that Moxley wins for a lot of people. I'm saying if he does, we're going to see Shane come out. We know how Shane's been in the past with these two. It has a lot of history behind just this match. So we'll see how this one plays out. I am taking Moxley to dethrone Bryan at Wrestledream. This will be Bryan's last match. And I could be wrong. He could hold this title for another 4 months. And that'd be completely okay moving forward. But in all of what they've been building, Moxley wins the AEW World Championship. And Bryan finally retires, gets the surgery he needs. Now, of course, with that being said, you all are more than welcome to let us know your thoughts and opinions and your predictions of AEW Wrestledream. We will be live for Wrestledream on October the 12th around 5:30 for 0 hour leading into the pay-per-view, and after as well for the press conference that they have. So, of course, we will see you all then. And until next time, y'all have a fantastic day.